That is incredible, Sean. We want to ask you a little bit about some of those behind-the-scenes moments that maybe not everyone would know about. We actually brought some clips along here. The first one we have is an iconic clip.
What the heck are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
I get subtitles.
What was that all about? Hucking the steak?
Yeah, hucking the steak. So I threw the steak initially. That was my job. And we only had enough film for 3 takes. So we had to get it right. And I don't know if you know anything about me. I'm not very athletic. I don't know if everybody's So I don't know how I got the job, but I'm like lobbing the steak. And first time I hit him in the shoulder, lob it again. Next time I hit him like lower side. And then John Grice, who plays Uncle Rico, comes up and he's like, hey man, listen. I can hit him. I was a minor league baseball player. And I can hit him, but I gotta put some heat behind it. And so we turned to John Heder and we're like, what do you think, man? He's like, anything for the movie. I'm like, okay. So John Grice, with this chunk of steak, full tilt, knee up, pitcher on the mound, lean into it, wham! Smokes John, cuts him. His glasses cut him. So we had to patch him up. Unfortunately, we were going into a weekend, so he had time to heal up before we put him back through makeup. And that was the story.
That's insane. That's so cool. That's awesome. We also have another clip here of a very iconic scene of Napoleon dancing. Something about that clip reminds me of what would happen on our show.
It's possible, Tony just ran off. Yeah, so if you look, we only had 1 pair of moon boots, and a rule in film is you want doubles and triples of all of your costumes, right? Because anything could happen. But we only could find 1 pair. So there's a close-up on those moon boots, and it's just duct tape. It's been like Sharpie blued over to try to make those things hang on for the rest of the show. And also mentioned that we only had a limited amount of film. So that dance was choreographed by John and by Tina Majorino. Tina was in the movie Waterworld and what was the one with the seal? Andre, and had this career as a child star, but then decided to have a normal life and go to school, and she studied hip-hop dance. So John and she and Kip, Aaron Rule, choreographed the dance. It was all set. It's supposed to end when he rolls forward and points. But he rolls forward and points, and we still had film. So we're like, keep going! So he gets up and dances it out for a while, and then he's just like, I guess I'm done.
Well, no way.
No. That was a closed set. Like for, you know, sensual scenes in films. He was so nervous. And respect, so very few people on set.
Wow.
Were there any other songs in mind besides Can't Heat?
Every other song was in mind. Every one. We used that as soundtrack with every intention of composing to change it. Yeah. And we recut, and we had our composer do all kinds of stuff, and we could not get it to cut to anything but Can't Heat. Which is, it has 2 fun stories. 1, it cost us a lot of money in the end. And 2, that means LaFonda is related to Jamiroquai because she tosses him the tape and is like, my cousin made this.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure the singer Jamiroquai bought a lot of hats with that money.
yeah, I think so.
This is something I got to ask you, though, because my favorite clip, my favorite scene from the entire movie is this next clip that we're about to show, and I got to hear the story behind it, okay? And you'll know what I'm talking about here.
Over there at that creek bed, I found a couple of soaps on the arrowhead.
That's my favorite because nobody knows what he's saying.
Nobody knows what he's saying. That's how Dale talks, like all the time. And in that case, he didn't know the camera was running.
When you filmed that shot,
he was just sharing that he had found a couple Shoshone arrowheads in the creek bed, not far from where we were filming. And Jared's like, oh. and so into the movie it went.
That is hilarious.
He related to the authenticity.
It's like my favorite part of the whole movie. We have another clip here of Dale, and it's a very iconic scene. Why don't we go ahead and look at this?
Hey, Lyle.
Nothing on there works smooth.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
So, yeah. A couple stories about that. The first one, most of the stories in Napoleon are based on true stories and actual events. All of us kind of took our stories from childhood, painful adolescence, and threw them in a pile, and Jared Drusha Hess, the writer-director, strung them out. So this actually happened to Jared's brother. He was waiting for the bus, and Dale, the guy, Lyle, was across the way with a gun and different cow, and as the bus arrived, the cow transformed to steak. And
Transformed.
And many second graders found the path to vegetarianism on that fateful day. That was a fateful day, and that. But on this shoot day, I was at the production office, and I got a call from set, and it was our first AD, and he says, "Hey, listen, we're on scene 29, exterior Napoleon's house, day. We're running out of daylight. It's the scene where Lyle's with the cow and is waiting for the bus and the thing and the thing. The thing is, cow is late for work, which is a strange thing to hear." The cow is late for work. Cow is late for work, we don't have a cow, and we're losing daylight, and if we don't get a cow here in the next 30 minutes, we're not gonna be able to shoot this scene, and it's not gonna make any sense. And we've already shot everything else, so it'd be a huge waste. And I'm like, crap, how? How am I gonna get a cow to show up on set in 30 minutes? But in Edgemont, phone numbers are all pretty much the same. 605-662-7, bop, bop, bop. Show of hands, anybody grew up in a town where the phone numbers, yeah, you could like communicate your phone number with 3 digits. We don't, that's some like redneck Mabel at the switchboard stuff, but we could. And Preston was the same way. So I'm like, okay, if it works in Edgemont, maybe this will work. So 208-852-6, beep, boop, boop. And I wait, and it rings. And I'm like, fantastic, I got a number. And somebody picks up. And
You just picked a random number?
Just picked a random number. Guy picks up, is totally pissed. And I'm interrupting dinner, and he's like, hello? Just words, I haven't thought about this part. I'm Sean, I'm with The Movie. And we're shooting in a town of 3,000 people. Everybody knows about The Movie. There were rumors of Brad Pitt being spotted hanging out with George Clooney at the Tasty Freeze. And we're like, nope. That would be a coincidence. So I was like, yeah, with The Movie? And he just changed his tone. He's like, oh, The Movie, how can I help you? Like, whoa, so listen, I need a cow. But it can't be just any cow. It's got to be a cow that's used to being around people, because there's going to be actors and a camera and like a gun, but don't pay attention to that part. He's like, listen, kid, let me slow you down. We have a grand champion FFA show cow behind the barn right now. Her name is Caroline, and we can have her loaded up in 2U in 20 minutes. I'm like, that's amazing. Let me tell you where we are. He's like, no. We know exactly where it is. And 20 minutes later, Caroline showed up and saved the day. And this cow's used to being bottle fed. So if you watch that scene, he lifts up the gun and it reaches out to try to lick it, which is a whole different level of morbidity for that scene.